So today I've got a little skincare review coming your way, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Clinique Sonic System Purifying Cleansing Brush. That was a mouthful. I've been asked to try the Clinique Sonic System for 10 days and to do a review on my thoughts. There's also a blog post alongside this, so I will link that up below. And I thought it'd be a really nice idea to review this product because it's not something that people generally go out and buy on a whim, and it's one of those things that they're kind of a bit like Marmite, and I'd never tried one before, so I thought it would be quite a good experience for me, and just to be able to come and tell you my thoughts on it if you are thinking of getting one. I thought it would be quite useful for you. So let's crack on. So this is the Clinique Sonic System Purifying Cleansing Brush, and it's basically very small, very compact. It's got the white bristles, which are basically for using on the general larger, wider areas of your face, and then the little green areas here of the little nooks and crannies in your face that you can't generally get to as easily when cleaning your face. I know that I always end up with bits of cleanser always left in the little crevices of my nose, so this is really useful for kind of really buffing the product in there where you can't always get. It's basically designed to provide like the next level cleanse. It removes impurities and anything in your skin that is making it just a bit congested and gross, and it's designed to just make your skin look healthier and less congested and clearer on the whole. And the thing I think that is interesting about this is that unlike other cleansing brushes on the market, it doesn't have a rotating, is it a rotating head? Yeah, a rotating head. It doesn't have one of those, which I kind of thought was a bit not so great about it at first, but actually I quite like it because it kind of allows you to do the motions yourself, which I'm a lazy girl and the thought of that really does not appeal to me. Actually, you decide how gentle you get to be. You're meant to be really gentle with it anyway, but it just kind of allows you to decide how much pressure you put on your skin and how long you use it for and the motions that you use, so it kind of is less abrasive in a way. It's also rechargeable. It comes with a whole little recharging pack in it, and the battery does last for ages. Mine actually hasn't run out yet, which I think is incredible, so it's quite good for being able to take on holiday because also, like I said, it's quite compact as well, and you just recharge it, and I reckon this would last you, depending on how old it was obviously, I reckon this would last like a holiday if you felt the need to take it with you. So I think for travelling and stuff, actually this is quite nice. It's a really good size, the brush isn't too big, and I just think that it's generally quite a nice little design. And the recommended time for usage is 1 minute twice a day, which I actually think for my skin is too much, but it's definitely something that you can build up to. It's kind of suggested that when you first start using it, you do 30 seconds once a day, and that's what I started off doing, and I didn't have any problems whatsoever. My skin generally on a whole is quite clear anyway, and that is obviously something to remember throughout this video, is that I don't suffer with mass breakouts, so I can't really kind of give a review from kind of like an acne or incredibly spotty kind of perspective. I've got a couple, but yeah, just something to bear in mind. But I definitely think that 30 seconds once a day is a great starter. I didn't have any problems in starting off with that. I didn't have a purging phase like lots of people have with lots of cleansing brushes. I didn't have anything like that. And although 1 minute twice a day is the recommended use, it's completely up to you how often you use it, and I've got my own little routine that I will probably stick to, and I think it's just the nice thing that they can recommend you stuff, but you can just do as often or as little as you like. So I obviously started off by doing 30 seconds once a day, and it fitted really nicely into my general cleansing routine anyway. I removed my makeup as normal with a kind of micellar water. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. And then I just go into my bathroom and apply my cleanser to my face as usual. Lots of people say that you can use the head of the brush and put your cleanser on that, but I just prefer to do it with my hands and just make sure it's really evenly spread first. And then I take my brush and I just rinse it under a little bit of water, just because using a dry bristle brush is not going to be nice on your skin at all. And then I just kind of buff that in, where is it? I'm going to just buff that in kind of like circular motions all over my face. Obviously the white bit for the general areas of my face and the green bit for the little nooks and crannies, and I find that it just works really nicely. It fits in perfectly with my cleanser. Lots of people switch to a foaming cleanser when they start using kind of cleansing brushes, but I just carried on using my normal kind of balm cleanser, and it hasn't kind of like not got on with it at all. It hasn't got stuck in the bristles at any point. It's just worked perfectly, and I think that's something to remember. And though lots of people use foaming products with this, you don't have to. It can literally be incorporated into your skincare routine perfectly. Even when using the green section to get in the little nooks and crannies of my face, I've actually found that it doesn't irritate any of my piercings at all. It doesn't really irritate my tragus, it doesn't irritate my nose piercing when I try and get in the little bits around my nose, nothing. That is all fine, which I think is great. I would hate for it to catch, which I can imagine if the brush rotated by itself then it would, so I kind of like the fact that it doesn't, because it allows me to just be a bit more careful in the areas that I need to be careful in. So I start off by doing just the wider areas of my face and then do the nooks and crannies at the end, and I just avoid the eye area at all costs because it's such a gentle area. I don't really want to touch that. And the brush turns itself off after 30 seconds, so especially when you first start out using this, it's great because you know when your 30 seconds is up and you don't go overboard too much, because otherwise your skin might get a little bit red and sore on the first time that you use it. So I think that it's a really great thing that has a timer, very much like a toothbrush. And after use, I just wash the brush just under some water and kind of use my hands to kind of make sure that the majority of the cleanser is kind of coming off, because obviously I use a balm and that does not rinse off as easily as foaming cleansers. Foaming cleansers, I can imagine you can just swish that underwater and it is gone. And I just leave it to dry naturally, because otherwise it can kind of get a little bit of like water build up and smell a bit funny. So I kind of just wipe it on a towel a bit first and then just leave it to dry naturally. And I haven't had any problems so far. And like I said, I haven't actually had to charge this yet, so I don't put it on recharge or anything. I literally just leave it in my bathroom after I use it. And the battery life has been great so far, which I'm really impressed with. So yeah, that is kind of like the how-to section done. And oh my god, there's a squirrel. Back in the room. So the first time I used the brush, I was kind of a little bit like unsure, because I was just so terrified of anything. I get really terrified of anything ever freaking my skin out at all. I'm not one to kind of really try new skincare products all the time anymore. After use on the first day, I actually did feel a bit sore. I think it was because I actually hadn't exfoliated my skin in a very long time as well, which I don't think helped at all. And it just felt a bit red and sore, and the next day it looked like a little bit clearer. It wasn't like a massive difference, but I was having a good skin day. Albeit a little bit red around kind of these areas. These are where I normally get red, and a little bit of redness here as well. And that's definitely died down the longer that I've used it for. I think my skin is definitely getting used to that kind of an exfoliation. And after 2 or 3 days, my skin stopped feeling sore after doing the 30 seconds once a day, and that was really good because then I could kind of carry on, and my skin started to look a lot clearer from kind of like day 4 onwards. It just looked really lovely, really healthy, really glowing, and overall my skin just felt so much more even. It looked so much more smooth, and I didn't realise how kind of much of an exfoliation I needed before, and that's the thing. It doesn't just give you a deep clean, it really does help to exfoliate your skin, and that's definitely helped mine to look a lot more glowy and just really lovely. And I've now started doing 1 minute once a day. I really don't think that I'll do 1 minute twice a day, just because I don't really wash my face properly in the morning. I use just a kind of water cleanser on my face in the morning because ain't nobody got time for that. But I really do love using it in the evening. I just think that it gives a really nice cleanse to my skin, and it's actually really helped spots to clear up quicker. I've had a couple on my forehead just over the past couple of days, and they've cleared up so quickly, which is incredible. Usually, especially ones on my forehead, because I've got quite dehydrated skin, they don't budge and they kind of stick around forever and they scar, and it's just that. But yeah, I just found that my skin is looking much more glowy and just very nice indeed, so I'm very happy with that as a whole. So overall, I was really impressed with the Clinique Sonic brush, and I actually will continue to use it. Even if I don't use it once a day, I might use it every other day, just as kind of like a nice exfoliation and deep cleanse for my skin. I actually am quite impressed, and I think this one might have turned me. I really wasn't very interested in cleansing brushes before, and I kind of just thought that they would all break me out and my skin would look disgusting after using them, but I feel quite reassured that mine hasn't after using this, so that is great. So don't forget to check out my blog post on it in the info box below as well. Let me know if you would like to see kind of like an update, like a skincare update in kind of a few months on whether I'm still using it, how I found it after an extended period of time. Let me know if you're interested in that, because I think if you are kind of considering like buying a brush like this, I think it's good to get a review over a really long length of time as well as just the initial kind of 10 days. So let me know what you think about that. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you are new. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of Hello Vlogtober, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be 3 o'clock today maybe. If not, then Sunday. See you guys later. Bye!